My parents are somewhere in Nebraska in their RV desperately hunting for a wireless signal because I told them that we were going to broadcast, so my mother is texting me furiously like, we're trying. It's fine, Ma. It's not like you haven't seen me play, I don't know, about 1,000,000 times.
It's going to be better.
Tuning in from your RV when you are in Nebraska and I am in Texas, that is the life. So that's the dream.
Man, we do live in the future. It's kind of marvelous. I think about that a lot, about how amazing it is, the time span that I've managed to occupy. I didn't quite see the moonshot. I'm disappointed about that, but I heard a lot about it. But I've gotten to watch pocket calculators go from something that was like, oh man, can I have another one because they're kind of rare and they're kind of cool and they're thing, to this amazing thing where ENIAC and a billion, the Library of Congress is living in my pocket. This is by no way an introduction to this song. It was just an extension of that.
I get to introduce for the third time live, ilyAIMY.
Yay!
Thank you so very much.
Well, we figure the only way to answer all that is with a love song. So we're gonna be like sweet at you, which is like us being weird. You go down to the bar looking for a love song that tell you the one you need to see. So come here to my corner, pop a corner in my heart. They were right when they told you to ask for me. 'Cause you've been working hard all day. Let me ease your mind. Honey, I'm singing till 3.
knows that they ain't moving. Snow, no gloom of night can keep us from our task. I know how water rising tide, still our restless stands at last. The river crushed the mountain, but our voices never tire. Our life's movement is the finest thing, and our music is a fire. So the very first time we came through, I think it was just Kristen and I, and we were doing the radio show thing. So Helen was interviewing us in between things, right? You were asking us questions, and my songs went something like, "What was that song about?" That was a song about a relationship in which things went to hell. Actually, that was one of your tunes, I think. Stop it! What was that song about? That was a song with which I wrote after there was a woman, I thought she was amazing, and then it was awesome, and then it wasn't, etc.
Yeah.
And after a while, you were like, detect a theme in your relationships. And she challenged me. She said, go forth, and you painted this beautiful image. You said, when this beautiful woman lays her golden corn silk hair down upon her silken pillow, and I don't know what lifestyle, in the beautiful moonlight. Texan moonlight. And I was like, where do you think I'm staying? This is wonderful. I'm gonna go there. I want you to write her a love song. This is as close as I got.
Okay.
Until this year.
We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
Well, they're not ready.
Just stick around for the second set.
There you
That's
go.
all I'm saying.
So this is a song about keeping warm in the Maryland darkness when it's really cold outside, and the only way to keep warm is to, yeah.
And hold on, since this song is about me, can I be turned up slightly? Because
Nice.
Rob got to turn up.
It's a sweet, sweet moment. The sun rises, then go and keep finding a way to stall this day. Yeah, yeah. It's a sweet, sweet movement. The birds are straining their sounds and let them charm to charm the city's clouds. Hours out, the lights are down, the roads are out. It's gonna be a long, slow day anyhow. It's a sweet, sweet moment. The sun's bright and linger and keep finding a way to start this day. Yeah, it's a sweet, sweet movement. I love the curve and the sway. The birds are unnerved and all have escaped. The power's out, the lines are down, the roads are out. It's gonna be a long, slow day anyhow. One more day, then stay and wait out this day and day. Keep the world outside. Friday's just gotta wait. Slow night anyhow. I'm like, I want to write you a love song. You know what would be really hot? As if in the middle of a love song, you had to play a solo. Could you do it like faster? That'd be great. Okay, cool.
Yeah, Rob's pickup line is, do you want to be in a band?
No.
It's okay. It's
That's
all
not how we got our drummer.
I know.
I mean, we are a six-piece, and I have been occurring people, but like the most recent guy was not. It was totally platonic.
Well, I should hope so.
Well, you don't know.
I know.
Good musicians
I
are
went to
hard to
art
find.
school. I'm just saying.
Where's the lice?
All right, so a lot of people here know I am in my non-musical life a teaching person. I'm a special education mathematics assistant, so I'm a weird duck. It's really what it is. But every once in a while, the kids will give you songs that you could not have found any other way. So I had a student who was in a very serious car crash, had rolled his car into a forest and taken a tree basically through his chest, severed his left arm. And he was pretty okay with it. In his opinion, he should be dead. Not dead? Good, And it was fascinating. He kind of changed my perspective because I didn't think a 17-year-old would have that kind of self-possession about that, the ability to understand that, walking and talking, yes, you are missing something integral, but you are still here. And he understood that. But he was the first one to educate me that phantom pain is a bit of a misnomer, and for some people it's other things. In his case, it was phantom itching, which I thought was like the worst. How bad is that? The ultimate itch that you cannot scratch. So I immediately took that and decided to make it about my then failing relationship, because that's the way it works. I swear, still there. I swear, still there. At the tips of my fingers, a powerful dream. And I once told them twice alive for his soul, for his heart, my own. But as long as I am, I can still feel it in my head. Like the land I lost. I feel, I believe to death. They swear there's nothing left. Scarred into the skin, sweat disfiguring. I should count my blessings. Someone need take better care than you would before. He deserves someone dying for his heart. But as long as I am, I can still feel it in my head. Like the land I lost. I swear, still there. I swear, still there. At the tips of my fingers, a powerful dream.
This next tune is a tune for the performers. The rest of you can listen, that's okay. On this, so all the songs that I've played so far have been off our new CD, Cicada. That,
Or off of my CD. So here's the thing.
That's right.
Basically what happened is Rob and I were like, oh my god, I have a lot of really good ideas. Really? I have a lot of really good ideas too. I have an entire album's worth of really good ideas. Really? I have an entire album's worth of really good ideas too. What do you think we should do? I think we should record 2 CDs at the same time.
What could go wrong?
So we did. I had decided, I was like, I want some stuff that we don't have, and so I got my friends who play mandolin and upright bass and things like that to play, and he was like, I have this really cool idea, and we kind of reached into the band for things we did that we had never done before. So for example, Kristen plays steel pans, which is actually her sort of, I don't know, soul instrument. I don't know. What would you say?
It's what I did when I got disillusioned with cello for a while, and then
That's
I came back.
Oh, it was
Classical,
this mistress.
classical music, man. It's just don't do it. You can appreciate it. Appreciate it.
So all of us reached and found sort of something, whether it was something from the past or something that we, you know.
I got to play bass on this song.
Yeah.
But she's gonna play my bass line. I'm gonna play the guitar line.
Steel pans don't fit in the corner.
Heather's gonna play Rowan's drum line. It's hot. We're all gonna swap around. It's okay. Back home we're a sextet. We sort of gotta like combine it all and like you know, it's very incestuous. It's hot.
I love that song.
Oh,
I'm gonna have my moment because we made 2 separate discs, and so I was like, I love this song. Like I sing on it, I play on it, but I was like, man, I love this song. This one's the song, and on the CD, it's killer.
Also,
really
Rob recorded and mixed the entire CD, which he doesn't brag about, but I'm like in awe of.
He did me. He
yeah.
called and told me. He said, you wouldn't believe what I did.
It was really awkward actually because it was like 4 in the morning, and I was like, "Dude, don't wake up. Just step out of bed. Just go downstairs." And he was
But
like,
I was up.
No, there were lots of us going, are you really sure you want to do this? There's nothing like there's 6 of us, and we all sing. You really want to record all this?
Okay, yeah. I was like, I'll record it all. I'll mix it all. I'll do this thing. I'll put some reverb on it. That'll be awesome. Then you know what? I'll paint the cover. That'll be fun. I'll paint the cover. Ooh, you know what? 12 pages of lyrics, no problem. Ooh, fundraiser went well. Ooh, we'll make the font size a little bit bigger because I'm not getting any younger. Nice. You know what? Let's finish it off. I'm gonna make a cookbook. Bam! We got cookbooks for sale.
Rob was a crazy person. I was a crazy person too. It was that kind of year. We had lots of stuff we wanted to do. So Robert.
I'm fine. Okay.
Oh Lord Almighty. So
You know I will.
So this has been a crazy year in the best possible ways. Like I put out 2 CDs and all this stuff, and you know they're getting all kinds of recognition and stuff like that. And part of what made this particular tour so insane was I won a spot at the Telluride Bluegrass Festival about a week ago. So I out of like 350 people, they picked 10. The 10 go and compete. I actually did better than make the top 5. I made the top 4. I was pretty pleased with that.
That song?
Well, I'm getting there. Don't mess with my story. This is the funny thing. So their songwriter competition is very broad. Their band competition is incredibly strict. So the band competition is incredibly strictly bluegrass, which is why we did not apply as a band. But the songwriter competition is very open. And so this song, which I think of as much more kind of like a sort of a work song about the recovery of the heart, just doing what it's supposed to do, which was written as a percussion and vocal tune. They liked it. They thought it was kind of cool and different, so they brought me in because of this song. And now as a band, we do kind of some neat stuff, different stuff to it. So that's the fun of getting to do this lots of different ways. So this is a tune called Good Heart. Oh man, who won't have me has the last of my love, and the blood blooms once out. You will numb, and the heart beats blood, yeah, the heart beats blood like a good heart should, like a good heart does. Still some nights it feels empty as take a share, drink so slowly through. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
I know, it was nice. So it was fun. It was fun at the bluegrass thing. It's like, here come all these people with their guitars, and I rolled up with just the box. It was like, now for something completely different.
So that was beatboxing. For those of you who are not familiar, we're from Baltimore. Everyone beatboxes. It's actually kind of horrifying. I'm like, I go back home to Baltimore and I just don't, because Chuck the Maddox comes up and he's like, and I'm like, ah. And I'm trying to think, like Dry Fish comes up and he's like, and Shotake. Oh my god. So, anyways, I leave the state and then I beatbox.
Right.
I feel like
Look at this cool thing we can do. No one else can do this.
So somebody approached me the other day and was like, so that's sort of like, that's like urban ham boning, right?
Yes.
I can hear the response. You know what I'm talking about. Explaining that to someone from Baltimore is not cool. This is a song that was slightly inspired by a relationship that involved an altercation in the Houston airport that got me on the no-fly list for 2 years. Well, I know I should not leave. That girl has caught me by the collar and told her what a kiss could mean. It's departure with a promise. I'm alone passengers are discontent. The FAA is much to say. It's too much baggage anyway. Hold me out at night and have your way with me and throw me back again. I am no danger after all. It's what you get for looking out of place and seeing well. Hell, I'm so excited before dawn. And if I look like something other than I am, I can't cry about today. Well, I know I should not leave. That girl has caught me with her, should I say quoi, but I know well without what one can mean. It's gonna be a long, hard departure. A hard landing, still the pilot has apologies. I can't hear him for the racing of my heart. On the plane for speaking, I'm sure enough think I must have muttered something that I thought. Who can blame me now as the night explodes around you? What you get for flying late for dawn? If I look like something other than I am, I can't blame the bad delays. We're on one plane. It's coming once again and people sit in rage. What they think. Fingers claw upon the clocks as they try and stretch the time of surgery and perjury to God. And I'm so sorry, sweetness, but I put this years ago, and I'm leaving in the morning for my fight. I have too much on my mind, and now there's someone on my lips. You must be crazy to be ready for my life. Christmas won't find Texas, and back home I hear it's snowing. Midnight trains, those DC say that tore me. I swear that I won't make a fuss.
feel the one before me, and I know you felt the heat. If I seem like something other than I am, won't you please excuse the dust and pardon all my mess? These trains, they are like planes, they will let me board regardless of the fireworks exploding in my chest. Hold me in the station, I'm no danger after all. You kiss me like it's snowing and they won't let us take off. I'm talking trusting slow and sweet. Well, I won't gripe about delay.
We're gonna play 2 more songs and we can take a short break, when we'll all like take cold cloths and go.
Thank you.
Hot for money now.
So I think we did this last time we were in town. We were discussing interesting ways you get yourself around the country earlier. And one of the interesting ways is in Coffeyville, Kansas. About the only thing in Coffeyville, Kansas is if you've ever seen the movie Reign of Fire. Coffeyville, Kansas is the place where Matthew McConaughey's character says he kills the dragon
It's
at
first dragon.
sunset.
Yeah.
So here you go. Coffeyville, Kansas.
Known for its dragons.
Known for its dragons. We went there because there's this really cool program where you do 18 45-minute performances in a week to everything from high school to college to, you know, like retirement communities and stuff. But it has to be a humanities-based music program. You've got to like teach something. And so we did a program called Murder Ballads, Why Does the Woman Always Die? It's true. Everything from Pretty Polly, no. We went all the way up to stuff that was presently on the radio. But this was the song that really caught our fancy because it was kind of an interesting intersection where the woman does the killing, but the popularized version of the song sends her to the electric chair even though that never happened, which is kind of wild. So Frankie Baker, yeah, it's Frankie and Johnny. So Frankie Baker was a real person in St. Louis in the 1890s. She did have a no good cheating man. She did shoot him. These are all true things. Now, there's like 300 versions of this song, most of which send Frankie onto the electric chair, except she didn't ever go because she was acquitted of the murder in self-defense because he came at her with a knife first. So what's weird about it is she not only lived to hear the song where she goes to the electric chair get popular, she lived to see it made into a movie. And she sued. She did not win, but apparently she got on the stand and made it incredibly clear that she was not sorry. Yikes. So we tell you the truth and sing you the lie because it's much more fun. Frankie and Johnny were sweethearts. Oh, Lordy, how they could love. Swore to be true to each other, true as the stars above. He was a man, but he was doing wrong. Frankie went down to the court just for a bucket of wine. She said, Mr. Bartender, is my loving Johnny even here? He is my man, but is he doing it? You don't trouble
That's a great song for you.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah, it is.
Like I said, we fell in love with it. We did a lot of songs. We did, as part of that program, we did Stagger Lee. We did Pretty Polly. We did, what was one I tried? A couple of original murder ballads and stuff that we do. And then we did Black Widow, the Rita Ora, Iggy Azalea tune that was on the radio because Black Widow, obviously.
I want to hear Bob play El Paso.
Well, we're gonna reawaken it. I mean, there's a million of them. People now send me emails with, oh, well, have you heard this one? So it's like my email box is like super sketchy because it's all murder ballads.
So I want to tell you about death. It's like there was a weird period of time when I was courting the audience to find out what covers I should play, and an overwhelmingly large number of people would email me the request for Slayer's Reign of Blood.
What?
Which was beyond my ken at the time. And not something that really ought to be attempted on acoustic guitar and cello in most coffeehouse venues.
I'm doing what I wrote this
What?
one time.
That thing?
Okay, there would be an arrow over there, and this is stretched out, right?
Okay.
We did that,
Yes.
and then we do this here.
Okay, good. See, once you point at it, then
Okay.
I know what you're doing.
Well, that's what. Okay.
So I was thinking about talking to my pedal down there. The rest of the band that was there was like, "Tukun," and the pedal's like, "I'm not gonna play that one," and it was like, "Tukun," and we was like, "Well, I told you to play it."
We are the pedal that argues back.
I was thinking about that as I was watching you play. About you got a
How
friend.
easy it would be.
Oh. Easier to feed. I mean, like we wouldn't have. Wait, that's. Oh man, that didn't sound good. What I meant to say was. What I meant to say was I was watching you play, and we have this wonderful jazz friend up in Boston named Laura Grill. She has a badass band that all comes together. But they go off on tangents, like you went off on tangents, and then suddenly it's the Simpsons theme, right?
Yeah.
Do
you remember, or is it like a fugue state thing?
No, I was there. I was
Okay.
present.
Okay, cool.
I was in the jazz trance.
Yeah.
That's
See,
it.
and what we were watching with our other jazz friends is they have something called the jazz bone. And so I was expecting, like, because they're like, oh, it's ugly, and then the bass player's like, oh, yeah, it is. And Laura's like, oh, I was expecting you to be like, and the pedal be like, and he's like, and the pedal's like,
It's like the
That's what's in my
elementary school
head.
student equivalent of, this smells really bad, you should smell this.
It's so good. We're talking ourselves into a hole.
I'm with you. I get it.
He knows.
I understand. We're locked in.
Right,
Just
if
can't.
one
That's what
person
locked in
understands,
means.
then it's
Oh,
good.
Jay.
So I think we're doing this song and then we're gonna take a little break, mostly because we need liquid and everybody needs a break. Then, I like to do like a preview of the second set. So in the second set, there will be Star Wars. There will probably be animal crackers. There will probably be death and destruction because it's us.
And love.
And love. Everyone's gonna make it, don't worry about it.
There's gonna be whatever you want. Or you want, dear.
Oh, I like it.
I have no pull anymore.
This one-sided blind side with no right side for me. Just cause I done something for you doesn't mean you got anything for me. And falling through the cracks with no safety net at all makes the cheap seats even cheaper when a shorter, sharper fall. What did any of this mean? What's gonna save me? I think we've overlooked something. every little thing you need. Over and huddled and masses yearning to be me. You'll have nothing left to fear, but fear itself in me. Oh, what did any of this mean? What's gonna save me now? I think we've overlooked something in this room. For me wasn't blame the student. For me tries to blame the teacher. For me tries to blame the master. Maybe start looking back. Maybe start looking back. Maybe start looking back. Maybe start looking back. What did any of this mean? What's gonna save me now? I think we've overlooked something in this room. I think we missed something in this room. For me wasn't blame the students. For me tries to blame the teacher. For me tries to blame the master. Maybe start looking back. Maybe start looking back. Maybe start looking back. Maybe start looking back. I've heard it cures the same. It's been known to shift its stance and ask askance if you thought you'd know everything else here would change. It's been known to turn the line of faces straight up on the scales. It's been known to slowly shift around. It's been known to tell the joke and call the shots and pull the strings, and everybody knows it really gets around. Oh, what did any of this mean? What's gonna save me now? I think we've overlooked something in this room. I think we missed something in this room. For me
break and tune the string. 10 minutes, I think, is what's going to be. And come right back
We
here.
have CDs for sale.
We have CDs for sale. We got a mailing list. We got postcards. We got cookbooks for sale in case you want to know how to make habanero creme brulee. Habanero dark chocolate creme brulee. I mean, oh,
I'm sorry, it's so sweaty now.